Inappropriate suggestions. People kept on telling me to do things that were against the law, and I tried to explain to them that it was against the law, and they didn't want to listen. So obviously those people are all mad at me, because anytime somebody thinks that their big idea is going to fix it, even though it's literally the same thing as everybody else, these fucking morons want to pretend like you're not smart enough to know to try that. Holy fucking Christ, you guys are fucking stupid. And you want to pretend I'm the dumb one. Because I'm literally doing the only things that actually work. I'm speaking out publicly. I am attempting to make police reports. But of course, you guys want to make inappropriate suggestions. You guys think that I should be allowed and able to make those phone calls from inside of Starbucks. No, 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 no. Not inside of the library either. Now, you also notice that when I tried, well, it wasn't like they were going to notice with all that noise there anyway, but did it fucking work? No, I don't have a safe place to do it. When I talk about these things, I'm told to go to the library. Well, the library, I'm told it's inappropriate to make those calls from the library. But this is what you guys are telling me to do. Oh, I'm making excuses, aren't I? Because you weren't here, I'm making excuses. You don't have to be there for a crime to be a witness that I fucking went to you for fucking help about that crime. How many of those people that Natalie Bollinger went to, how many of them can prove any of the shit that she said? None of them. There is zero proof that I was arrested in Virginia because I wasn't fucking arrested. Her story is a lie, mine is the truth, and she used the mentally ill thing and her pretty fucking looks to manipulate people into not fucking listening. And her twin sister did the same exact goddamn thing with those cops. Oh, she's pretty, she must be sweet and innocent. She's a fucking drug addict, alright? She's a fucking heroin junkie. These cops' excuses for not looking at any fucking evidence was that I was a druggie. They literally helped the fucking druggies. But then they can't help me because I'm supposedly a druggie. They can take me to the hospitals. Hospitals won't fucking take you away. So they can't even say that I'm on drugs. There's a reason that all of these motherfuckers are terribly ambiguous. There's a reason that they go out of their way to, well, to hide their crimes. When you ask them a very plain and simple question and they can't answer a simple question, is it or is it not illegal to rape somebody who's schizophrenic? I got the DSM-5 in there. I'm gonna make some calls and make a video, although it will probably get me kicked out of the library for it being inappropriate. I shouldn't be forced to go to fucking Starbucks in the goddamn library to make fucking phone calls about rape and fucking murders and human trafficking. People bring their fucking kids here. You pieces of fucking shit! Meanwhile, I have to record it so that there is evidence that I did do these things. I have to go somewhere where there is internet, and I have the ability to plug in my fucking computer so that I can. Nobody helped me to turn these things in to the police in fucking person. Nobody. There was a grand total of 2 people who can pretend that they tried. One of them is Molly Smith, and she's got a free pass because she wasn't there for all that bullshit. She didn't have an active role in all of that bullshit like Laura Nelson did. The other one was Laura Nelson. Miss Peaches said she'd go in with me, but never did. She said she would write a police report and never fucking did. Mandated reporters didn't give a shit. They know that I'm not capable of doing these things for myself, just like these officers here in Hood River, telling me to do these things myself. I'm not fucking allowed, you stupid piece of shit. But they're not stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. And because they're nice about it, you guys will have all the sympathy and support for those poor fucking crooks and criminals. That's what they are. Crooks and fucking criminals. Manipulators, liars, and fucking thieves. Without an advocate present, they can deny me all of my rights by calling me mentally ill. I am incapable of providing myself with one. The people that I would have trusted to do such a thing, I know for certain now that I cannot. When someone says they love you, that doesn't mean they love you. Obviously, I loved Natalie, but she did not love me. And we're not talking about in love. We're not talking about boyfriend, girlfriend, because we were never that. By her own admission. That is what she wanted, but I wasn't having it. We can be friends without having sex. That boils people's brains. Y'all got no idea how evil Jamie Curtis was when she expected sex. Like I'm supposed to magically figure out when she's horny and when she's not based on what? And then when I didn't put out and didn't read her signs, well, she treated me like shit because she expected to get laid and expected me, who's never been in a relationship like that, to magically understand. No. In the places I grew up, this is what you're taught. Sex is bad, okay? You get genital warts, you get AIDS. So I gotta make some phone calls from inside of the library about rape and murder and try to turn these people in long distance. Again, by myself, making these phone calls. Because, see, instead of actually putting forth an effort, people want to argue with me for months on end. Mandated reporters. They got 48 hours to try to turn it in, but they argue for months on end and then don't want to admit to that. Then they want to, oh, well, you know, I didn't turn in any of these 11 crimes that you brought to me. But, you know, this one, I told them they should talk to you. Were you there and present for it? Did you act as an advocate or guardian in those proceedings? No, you were not there nor present. Y'all are fond of saying it's not your fault. It's not my fault either. It is not my fault you did not do your job. It is not my fault you made excuses. It's not my fault that you procrastinated. You are the reason that these people got away. It is not from lack of trying on my part. It's from lack of resources, lack of assistance, and having to rely on drug dealers and government fucking employees. These places all get government subsidized cash. These places all take money from your Medicare and your Medicaid. They are mandated reporters, and you sit there and you tell them about the problems that you need help with to these mandated reporters. And they do nothing. Part of the reason they won't help me get put into a home is because if I get put into a home, then it shows I was right. These people didn't take any of these situations seriously. The reason that I had to go to my sister, the reason I had to go to Mandy Singer, the reason I had to go to all these people is because the professionals I was told to go to wouldn't do shit without somebody, well, outside who actually cares about my safety. And none of these people, they showed by all they cared about was filling out the paperwork, and after the paperwork they could do these things. And then after I filled out the paperwork and they're able to use me to get government money, they're no longer going to do those things. It's not their job. It's not their job. It's not their job. Well, the police seem to think so. The courts seem to think so. The taxpayers who are paying your fucking wages seem to think so. And you not coming forward and explaining to the public that it's not your job. Not explaining to the public that the police need to stop saying it's your job. And then you need to give the fucking money back that you fucking stole from the American taxpayers. You got my friends killed by not listening, not taking it seriously, and not fucking coming forward. You killed my friends by ignoring me, blowing me off, and pretending it was no big deal. People are dead. Now that's not a big deal. What's a big deal is that I fucking curse now. Obviously, I'm making sure that I do that outside of the library. Now, I got my stuff abandoned inside of the library currently. People could steal my shit, but I need to have that stuff charged. I also need to have it ready and go through its whole, well, it's almost a 30-minute long cycle to wait for it to boot up now. So when are these guys going to do something? I've been here 4 months already, and they want to put me off for another 2 days. They got somebody here, apparently, who deals with human trafficking, but he's on vacation for the next 2 days. Meanwhile, none of that gets me an advocate. None of that gets me a guardian. They want me to go jump through the paperwork. No, I can't. I need help with it. Sit with me and assist me with it. Understand the consequences. Understand I am trying to turn in predators. I should not have to fill out 400 fucking miles of paperwork every time I fucking move. I should not have to start over from scratch. That's what Megan Messigatis and all of these other people by telling me to move. Every time I move, I have to start over. And I have to try to get another fucking retard like you. And I have to wait another 6 goddamn months of anxiety and abuse and statute of limitations getting over. Every time I have to move, it prevents me from turning in my goddamn predators. Stop! Anyway, we're going to the library now, so we got to keep our voices down and hope that we don't get in trouble if we're talking about rape and murder.